Hey Guardians, the Destiny 2 beta is over and let me share you my thoughts on fusion rifles. If you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, you know that I like fusion rifles a lot. I made a couple of fusion rifle videos in the past. You can check them out in the right hand corner as a YouTube card or check out the links in the description below. With the beta, the fusion rifle has now been put in the power weapon slot. This means that the only way to get ammo for your fusion rifle is to wait for power ammo, which spawns every couple of minutes. But once you manage to acquire power ammo, you will have 6 shots in your fusion rifle to tear down your enemies. And that is exactly what fusion rifles are doing in the beta. They are tearing down enemies. Fusion rifles feels really good in Destiny 2. It is really dominant in the short to medium range and the hip fire and accuracy feels really on point. In Destiny 1, fusion rifles had its ups and downs, and at this moment in time, the only viable fusion rifles that are consistent, with an emphasis on consistent, are the Saladin's Vigil and Plan C. These two are the most consistent fusion rifles in Destiny 1. There is the Midas Reckoning, Panther Ray and Feason FR4, and you can do very well with them, but they are no way as consistent as the Saladin's Vigil and Plan C. And this consistency can be found in the fusion rifles in the Destiny 2 beta. The shots feels very accurate and the hip fire feels pretty solid as well. You won't be hitting crazy long range shots as sometimes with the Saladin's Vigil, but you have a pretty good sense on what your range is with this gun. Fusion rifles starts to miss some of the bolts at around the same distance where the damage fall off happens for hand cannons, around 30 to 40 meters. So that might give you some sense on the effective range of fusion rifles. So yeah, I am very happy with the state of fusion rifles at the moment. The only thing I have an issue with is that these fun weapon types are now all in the power weapon slot. Fusion rifles, snipers and shotguns, these are the weapon types that makes the Crucible fun, and it is really a shame that all of these are moved to the power weapon slot. And power ammo can only be acquired by the person pulling this from the box. You won't be able to share this with others. So the time that you can enjoy these weapon types are really low in a match. I was on average able to pull 2 power ammos from a match of Control to play around with my fusion rifle. But let's say you are able to get power ammo, but then you have to be careful not to get killed and lose all of your power ammo. I understand that this is to limit the one-hit kills in the game, but it does take away some fun in the game. So yeah, at this moment, fusion rifles are in a good spot. We need to see whether Bungie will be making any adjustments with the full launch of Destiny 2. I can already see that fusion rifles will be the meta if nothing is changed in the power weapon department. Snipers, shotguns, rocket and grenade launchers and linear fusion rifles are all in the power weapon category, but at this moment in time, fusion rifles are the most effective weapons of all of them. Grenade launchers and linear fusion rifles are hard to use, and shotguns and snipers are still fun, but given the fact that Crucibles are now 4v4s, I can imagine the maps will be much smaller than in Destiny 1, making snipers a less viable option to use, unless there are big long sniper lanes in those maps. And rocket launchers are still very effective as well, but if you look at the amount of ammo that you get for each power weapon, you will see a clear winner here. The easy to use rocket launcher gets 1 rocket, the harder to use grenade launchers and linear fusion rifles gets 4 ammo, shotguns you get 4 shots as well, and snipers and fusion rifles get 6 shots. So to get the best bang for your buck, you should use a sniper or a fusion rifle as your power weapon. Given the fact that snipers are a pretty high skilled weapon class and probably the use for snipers are low with the expected smaller maps, your best bet to get as many kills as possible and as easy as possible is with the use of a fusion rifle. Again, everything I've said here applies to my experience with the beta. The final product of Destiny 2 can and probably will be different, but as a fusion rifle fan, I am very excited at the moment, and I'm very looking forward to the final product with the launch of Destiny 2 in September. Once Destiny 2 is fully launched, I will definitely revisit the use of fusion rifles and let you know my thoughts about it. So subscribe to stay up to date on that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more, have a look at my recommended or latest video, which you can find in the end screen. And as always, I will see you in the next video, Guardians.